Welcome to 4C Visions. I'm your host, R.V. Hight, Director of Communications at Central Carolina Community College. Well, welcome to Wake Forest Day, as both of our guests today are graduates of Wake Forest University. In this edition of 4C Visions, it is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Emily Hare, Executive Director of the CCCC Foundation. A native of Pinehurst, Dr. Hare received her Bachelor in Arts degree from Wake Forest University, her MBA from Pfeiffer University, and her PhD in Higher Education Administration at the University of the Cumberlands. Dr. Hare and her husband Bud have two children, Delaney and Caroline. Well, Dr. Hare, welcome to 4C Visions.
Well, thank you for having me back, RV.
Well, please share with our audience a little bit about your job and what that entails.
Okay. Well, the CCCC Foundation is a 501c3 charitable organization that is affiliated, but it's also independent of the college. We basically help cover the needs that the state budget does not cover. And as you know, if you pay attention, the state budget for education has been reduced pretty dramatically in the past couple of years. And so we step in to help fund those. We do our scholarship programs to help cover tuition and books and other issues that students may have that way. We're helping renovate parts of the gym. We just put in a new scoreboard, a new lighting, so that our student athletes and our students who are using the gym, they have better facilities. You kind of name it, and the foundation does it. We're here to support the students and make sure that they're being able to achieve their academic dreams.
Well, the foundation obviously has a very large mission, and you may want to address a little bit about that.
The mission, actually we're revising our mission statement. It's kind of exciting right now. It's a little bit too wordy, but Central Carolina has been blessed to have so many donors and so many people that understand why we're here. They believe in the mission, and basically we are here to help the students. That's why we're here.
Well, obviously you have a lot of great donors who obviously care a great deal for this college. It must really thrill you to see how gracious they are of their giving spirit.
They really are. The people and my donors that are here, they believe in the college. They see the impact. When I go out and speak to different groups and they're talking about the college and fundraising, one of the things I like to do is ask them, okay, how many in here attended a class at CCCC or had a child or a grandchild, and then, or they worked at the college? It's amazing. It's like 99% of the folks had raised their hands. This college in all three counties has given back to the community, and in return, the community has reciprocated the love. You know, you go to, when I had my first child, I was down at First Health in Moore County, and wham bam, 4 of our students walked in, and I knew I was in good hands. You know, it's just, we produce such high quality students. Our faculty, our staff, everyone is so just incredible, and we go out in the community and we're changing lives out there, and the community just appreciates everything we do.
And I would think that as you go about in the community with all of the wonderful programs here at the college, that it's a really great sell to about what our college is all about.
Yeah. It's a very, very easy sell. Most people have some aspect of their lives that is tied to the college, and they love us, and they want to give back. I know one of my new board members not only was, she came from Harnett County and now went to CCCC, was an ambassador here, has now started her own business, and in return has now started her own scholarship for Hispanic students. So it comes about twofold. You know, we're producing excellent students, and then the community benefits from it, and then they give back. They really appreciate what we're doing here.
Well, the foundation has awarded over $200,000 in scholarships this school year alone, which must bring you special delight.
I think that's my favorite part of the job, is getting to change a student's life. I know when I talk to my friends, back from Wake Forest and other people I interact with, and I change lives on a daily basis. I know I had one student came in, and we were just talking one day, and he said, Dr. Hare, I'm going to have to leave school. I can't be on the basketball team and work full time. And we started chatting, and I found out that he was a Boys and Girls Club former member. And I said, hold on, wait one second. Fill out this application. Get me this, get me this. He had it back to me the next day, and I was able to give him a scholarship. And here was a 6'4" young man crying in my office, and I started bawling. And so that's when you realize that what you do every day is making somebody's life better. It in return makes me a better person, and it makes my life richer.
Well, the foundation has a number of events over the year, including 3 successful golf tournaments in the college's service area of Chatham, Harnett, and Moore counties. What is the mission of these tournaments and some of your other events?
Okay. The main mission of the golf tournaments is to raise funds for our unrestricted needs. These are ones that are not specified to go to a certain program like our industrial systems, or not to a certain endowment like the Holmes Endowment, which is specifically for Chatham students. The unrestricted pot is the ones we use to help faculty advancement. We help send our nursing instructors to some of the best conferences in DC. We do a mini grants program through our Center for Teaching Excellence, which Dr. Powell will speak about later. And that one we provide small grants for instructors like Bianca Stump, who has won it a couple of times, to come in and create different projects inside their classroom to promote academic excellence. We put bleachers in the gym. We help send our PBL students to national conferences. Those funds are so hard to come by, and that they're very, very precious to us. But the folks in those counties have given generously. I think this year alone we'll raise, I think it's about $20,000 in each Chatham and Harnett, and then an additional almost $30,000 here in Lee for unrestricted needs.
And you may want to address a little bit about those individuals who may have a certain cause that they want to give for, whether it's for a certain program, or perhaps they want to honor a family member.
Okay. Giving to the foundation is very easy. Basically, just pick up the phone and call me, and let's get together and talk. My number is 919-718-7230. You can also give online if you'd like to. You can go to our website. There is a PayPal button. You can donate there. You can also mail me a check here at the college to my attention. But setting up a scholarship or endowment or giving to a specific program is very easy. We already have, obviously, I think over 150 established endowments. So if you wanted to give to that, you just make a note on the memo. But if you decide you wanted to contribute and start, if you wanted to start one in honor of Bunny, just give me a call and we'll fill out the paperwork and get it all established.
Well, talk a little bit about some of the other events that you have. Obviously at Christmas time you have two very special events.
Yes. Well, before that though, my favorite event of the year, other than the tree lightings, we have our scholarship banquet, which this year is November 15th. And it is where our scholarship recipients and our donors to the endowments get to meet for the first time, or sometimes second, third times. And it really gives the donors a chance to put a face with their scholarship, but it also lets our students then realize that they get to say thank you to their donors in place. And then my favorite two events are the tree lighting. So November 29th in Siler City, we are having our tree lighting, and it starts at 5:30. And then November 30th, Santa's coming here to Lee County at 5:30. Lee County Marching Band will be here. It's a wonderful event.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Well, I want to go back to the scholarship banquet that you have every year, because I know I've seen the faces of some of those individuals who have given money to the college. Yes. And when they meet their scholarship recipients, how heartwarming. That must really be thrilling for you.
There's usually a lot of tears cried. And you just realize, once again, why we're here, why we do what we do. We're here for the students. If the students weren't here, none of us would have jobs. And we wouldn't know that the folks working on our cards or taking blood or shooting this TV show, they're given the best and they're being educated by the best. So we're here really to make sure that they're getting what they need.
Well, let's go over one more time how people, if they are interested in making a donation to the foundation, setting up a scholarship fund, how would they go about doing that?
The easiest way to do is email or call me, and my contact information is on the website. It's 919-718-7230 or hare@cccc.edu, and then I would send you the appropriate paperwork, and we'd work through it that way. We try to make it as easy as possible.
Well, Dr. Hare, I know that this has been an exciting year for you, and that you have gotten your doctorate.
Yes, sir.
And I know that must be an exciting time for you.
It's weight off my shoulders, that's for sure.
And you have two beautiful children.
Yes.
That I know you'd like to speak about your family for a minute.
I do. Actually, right before this, I was touring BT Bullock. I'll have a kindergartner next year, and I have a wild 18-month-old. So two little girls that they rule the roost, but they are they might be here at CCCC. You never know. I think one will be a veterinarian, so I'm hoping maybe Dr. Browning will still be here in another 15, 20 years, and she can help Delaney become a vet tech.
Oh, wouldn't that be exciting?
It would be.
Well, Dr. Hare, you've been here at Central Carolina for a few years now. What do you think makes Central Carolina Community College such a special place?
There's two things: faculty and staff and the students. It really has become a family. I know that two ladies at work where they're listed as my emergency contacts for my children. I love that I can walk down the hall and talk with Dr. Powell, whose office is right down the hall, and we can share ideas and talk about best practices and ways that I can better utilize foundation funds to help the students. And everybody just really cares about one another, and we care about the students. I know I teach 2 classes as well, and the students I interact with are just phenomenal, and they're fun, and they want to learn, and they're engaging. And that CCCC is just a big family, and it truly makes it a wonderful place to be and live. And I think that's why people stay here for so long. I mean, I've almost been here 7 years. Wow. I can't believe it's been that long. But it's just, when you go out and talk about the college, and it makes my job so easy. When I say, well, I work at CCCC. Oh, we love it there. We heard about this, or we heard about that. The college and the community, I mean, it really is a community college, and it's so well connected. You feel the warmth and you feel the love, and you know why you're here.
And while there are a lot of people that understand the needs of the community college, I'm sure that you still see people that really maybe doesn't know a lot about the college. And do you find that very often, or?
Not so much in Lee County. Everybody seems to know and love us. You know, when you go to northern Chatham County or all the way out to Dunn, which now we will have presences in both of the times. But a lot of people think, too, they have to be rich to start a scholarship or to make a donation. But in reality, it's not that. If $50 is all you can give, $50 pays for a textbook or supplies for a student. $250 can cover a class. I mean, people don't realize that every dollar can help and can help our students. So no amount is too small, no amount is too great. It's, you know, every little bit can help.
And we certainly appreciate all of the wonderful contributions that we have received throughout the communities over the years. And it's very important to realize that we're not just in Lee County, we're in Chatham and Harnett counties as well. And we have a great presence there, and we're so proud of all of our projects. And Dr. Hare, I know, is following along with the construction on the Lee campus a great deal, but we'll soon be hopefully building a new health sciences center in Chatham County as well.
It will, and if you drive up 15501, you can already see it. They've got a lot of the land already leveled and cleared, and I heard there's a Publix going in right there, so I'm trying to figure out if I have a satellite office up there near that Publix. But it's great because it really, then we've got, we serve every part of the 3 counties that we cover. I mean, we're all the way from Dunn to Siler City to Briar Chapel, and it's, you know, it's amazing, and everybody gives back. I know on my board, for example, our president of the foundation board is Chris Ehrenfeld, who is in North Chatham. So I will see him Monday morning, and then I'm going to Dunn to visit with our secretary, Parrish Daughtry. So folks from all over have stepped in. They care, they love it, and will do everything they can to support us.
And we ask you to support the college any way that you may be able to. And I invite you to contact Dr. Hare at the college, and if you'll give them your contact information one more time.
It is 919-718-7230 or ehare@cccc.edu, or just visit the website, which is www.cccc.edu/foundation. RV there, they can find more information on the endowments, on the scholarships, or we have a new program we just started. You can buy a commemorative brick, which is going to be used across the street with the new construction. There'll be a tower of some sort, whether it be a clock tower or a bell tower, but we are selling bricks that will be in pavers that will go around. So if an alumni wants to commemorate their time here, or a former staff member that is retired, or if a student wants to celebrate graduating, I know that's a big deal, they can purchase one of those as well. And all that information is on our website.
Well, Dr. Hare, thank you for being with us today, and thank you for your service to Central Carolina Community College. And we will return to 4C Visions after these messages.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this.
Is that Bran?
Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us.
Go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to getschool.com for more info.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Finally won. What's your reaction gonna be? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Welcome back to 4C Visions. Well, now we have the second half of our Wake Forest duo today. We welcome Dr. Rodney Powell, CCCC's Executive Director of the Center for Academic Excellence. Dr. Powell is CCCC's Faculty Member of the Year for 2015-2016. He joined the CCCC faculty in 2010 and has served as a faculty advisor for CCCC's Phi Theta Kappa Honors Fraternity. Dr. Powell received his Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry at Wake Forest University and his Master of Science and PhD in Chemical Oceanography from Florida State University. Well, Dr. Powell, welcome to 4C Visions.
Thanks, RV. Always great to be here and share the good word about what we're doing at Central Carolina.
Well, before we get into that, you've obviously attended two ACC schools in Wake Forest and Florida State. What was that like going from Wake Forest to Florida State?
Well, RV, you know, we're getting a little bit older, and when I first went to Florida State, they weren't in the ACC, so they joined the ACC while I was there. Wake Forest is a small school with a family atmosphere. You know everybody on campus, you know all your professors. When I went to Florida State, it's a gigantic campus, but being a graduate student's a lot different. You're kind of confined into one building. You do all your research in one building. You may go to the library, but you really don't get to see most of the campus, and you don't interact with everybody on campus. So it's a different feeling. You don't even notice that it's so big, really. So. Yeah.
Well, we know that Wake Forest must be a fine school through you and Dr. Hare, who just make tremendous contributions here at CCCC. Well, let's get into CCCC for a minute. What is the Center for Academic Excellence, and what is your role?
The Center for Academic Excellence, a lot of colleges and universities often call it a Center for Teaching and Learning. We want it to be a little bit more broad than just teaching and learning. We wanted to stress that we're striving to be the best we can be, both in teaching and in learning. And so we have a number of different projects or programs that we do. First, we do faculty and staff enrichment. A lot of people call it development. We feel that our employees at the college are already developed. We just want to help make them better employees. We want to ask them what they need, whether it's a session, whether it's a piece of equipment, or it's maybe they need to go to a conference or something, and we try to enrich their experience and make them better instructors and employees of the college. We also, along with that, we're really striving to try to do more for our adjunct instructors as well. We've looked around and we see a lot of places don't do a lot for their adjuncts, and we have as many adjuncts as we have full-time instructors. So we're really trying to start a new initiative to help our adjuncts. We also have some student programs that are still under us. We're in charge, or I am still the advisor for Phi Theta Kappa. I also have a couple of other student excellence programs, one of which is funded by the National Science Foundation. It's a scholarship program for students that are either science majors or electronic engineering or sustainability majors. And it's a full tuition scholarship. We also have a little bit of money for books and things like that. They can actually stack the scholarship on top of a Pell Grant. So if you think about it, it's a huge benefit to them. They hopefully don't have to work and they can focus on their academics. We're also trying to start some new programs, like I'd really love to see an honors program get up and going at the college, and maybe eventually we'll even start something like a study abroad program, which would be just phenomenal for our college, I think. So.
Well, professional development plays a major role within the center. Why is professional development so important?
Yeah, well, once again, like I said, we're trying to get away from the word development and use the word enrichment. So now it's important because who interacts with our students on a daily basis? Our faculty and our staff. Whether the students in our class, where they're interacting with a faculty member, or even an online class and they're interacting online, or they're going to the business office, or they're going to the registrar's office. These people interact with our students all the time. And so we're always looking for trainings or anything else that we can do to help our employees with something that'll make them a better person or a better employee so that they can make the students' lives a little bit easier and a little bit better here at the college. Because we're never happy with where we are. We're always striving to get better, and that's what we call excellence, because we think we're pretty good already, and other people have told us that, but we want to just continue to grow and to get better.
Well, what is the Teaching Academy, and what are the goals of the Teaching Academy?
The Teaching Academy is a phrase that we coined a few years back, and it encompassed several aspects of the Center for Academic Excellence. The first was, we started off with some faculty on campus going into the classrooms and just watching people teach. And not trying to evaluate their teaching, because most of our people here can really teach, but just to open a conversation about why they're teaching the way they do, and once again, can we tweak it to make it even better? So that's the first thing we do. And this year, since I've come on as executive director, we've really made a push to start some things that we call teaching communities. These are groups of people that we get together roughly once a month, and we talk about teaching. I mean, and the people here, they're such great teachers already, and for me just to sit there and listen to what they say, I learn something every time. And that's the goal, is really just to share ideas, because people have been in education for a long time. They'll tell you they don't do anything new, but they steal stuff from everybody else. And so to hear different ideas that you might not have thought, maybe somebody down in automotive is teaching something, they have a certain technique for how to get a point across or whatever. I can learn from that every time. And so we now have 3 active teaching communities going. One is with new faculty, one is focused more on distance education, and one is just kind of general college-wide. They've been going for a few months now, and we're really excited about the direction they're taking.
Well, and with the Teaching Academy, as you mentioned, teachers can have people come to their classroom to observe a class. Now, how exactly does that help teachers?
Yeah, like I said, all they have to do is contact me, and either myself or Lisa Knight, who is our instructional designer, will be glad to come to one of their classes if it works around our teaching schedules. And it really is just the first step to us opening a conversation about teaching, just because I don't have all the answers. None of us do, and that's why it's an always changing and always evolving kind of thing. But what it does, it shows that the instructor has an interest in becoming a better teacher and wanting to just talk to people about teaching. It's a lot like instead of going to a conference and hearing something once a year and that's all you ever do, it's supposed to lead to a continual discussion about teaching and things that you can use in your classroom.
Well, another important part of the Center for Academic Excellence are the faculty advancement funds and the learning grants. How do they work and how are they beneficial?
Okay, yeah, there's two types of grants, really. They're both grants. The faculty advancement grants are mostly used for travel, for people to attend national conferences. I know when I first came to Central Carolina, we didn't think we could go to national conference. We didn't think there was money there. But now the college has set aside some money every year that we have people apply for, and we have a committee of people to evaluate the applications. If they say it's a good idea, we give them a grant to attend a national conference, because there's really a lot that can be learned at those conferences. The learning grants are for faculty that we open it up once a year in partnership with the foundation. They fund these grants, where people that have a new and innovative idea in their classroom and they just need a little money to get it going, they can apply for the grant. I don't remember the date because I'm terrible with dates, but they're due by the end of October, actually, normally. We can extend it a little bit, but they apply, and Dr. Hare and I will sit down and review them, and we'll discuss which ones are really going to make the biggest impact, and the foundation will fund those.
Well, you obviously have a passion for teaching and its importance. As a former faculty member of the year, what do you think makes for a great teacher?
Well, it's funny, I was at a conference a couple weeks ago, and there was a guy talking about teaching, and he asked a question, and he said, think about how you got to where you are in your career. Did you do it intentionally? Did you start off to be a great teacher and you set up a plan to get there? Or did it just happen? Was it just kind of luck? And I really thought about that, and I said, well, for me, initially, it was luck. It really was. But once I'd been teaching for a few years, I started to question, why do people think I'm a good teacher? I mean, I think I'm okay. And so I started doing more reading and stuff. And it's funny because I was in Dean Scott Byington's office this morning. He had a book. And he goes, I'm going to give you this book when I finish. And I said, Scott, that's the book that started me on the path of this, what I'm thinking right now. And really it boils down to one thing. And great teachers have an ability to connect to their students on a personal level. Not just the material that they teach, but to learn something about each and every student and be able to make them feel like I care about them. I've heard it said in a lot of conferences in a lot of places, if students truly believe that you care about them, they'll do anything for you in that class. And the great instructors all do that. They make those students feel like they're important. And it's hard to teach, it's hard to develop. Some people come by it naturally. I think I looked into it. But we can talk about how some tricks that you can fake it until you get there, right? And eventually it'll happen naturally for you. So.
Well, one way that you've gotten to know your students really well is through your service as an advisor for Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. What is PTK and who's eligible for membership?
Phi Theta Kappa is an international honor society exclusively for two-year colleges. It's an international, they have almost 1,500 chapters now. At Central Carolina, our eligibility requirements are 12 hours completed of college level work and a GPA of at least 3.7. So we're inviting every year roughly the top 10% of our students GPA-wise. Students get invited, and if they pay the one-time fee, they're a member for life. For me, it's so rewarding because I'm working with a group of students that I don't have to tell them what to do. They go out looking for things to do, looking for service projects, and that's why this week they've been at all 3 activities days on all campuses. They'll be at the Foundation Christmas tree lighting, working with children, making Christmas cards. They're continually looking to give back to the community, and they serve as some of the best leaders on this campus. And everyone that I've worked with has gone on and done just amazing things. So it's an easy job working with them, and I love every one of them so much.
Well, I'm sure that's an exciting for you to see them personally move forward and have a great life.
It is. It's why we do what we do, to try to help people. I mean, this is a service industry, and I love serving my students, and that's why we do what we do.
Well, Dr. Powell, having worked at several major universities, what do you think it is that makes Central Carolina Community College such a special place?
Can we just rewind and show what Dr. Hare said in the earlier segment? I mean, it all comes down to the fact that at Central Carolina, if you're walking across campus and you have a question and you see somebody that works here, they will stop and answer your question, or they'll find somebody that will answer it for you. We feel like we're here to serve. We're one big family. There's nobody on campus that if I walk into their office, they'll just send me away unless they're working with the student. Students come first. And we all feel that way, and we all work towards helping our students. And that's, you don't get that at big universities. They're focused on their research. They're focused on bringing in grant dollars from the big research, National Science Foundation, place like that. But everything we do has a one goal, that's to make life better for our students. And that's why we're here.
And that's why we want you involved with Central Carolina Community College, whether it's through the foundation or contacting Dr. Powell for further information about how you can help CCCC. Well, Dr. Powell, thank you for being with us today, and thank you, viewers, for being with us on 4C Visions.